Alright, hello and welcome back to part 2 of this video series. Basically, we're dealing with the WhisperLive framework, and in the last video I showed you everything about the framework and its introductory stuff, how to set it up, how to run it, latency, hardware, um, pretty much everything, parameters, and everything. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on a bigger issue that I discussed last time. Let me repeat. Basically, the issue is that when we run this framework, and let me go ahead and run it. Okay, the server is running over here. I'm going to run the client. Okay, so I'm currently speaking, and by the way, this is the client code over here. Now the issue is that I want to retrieve the text. There's a loop running within this client call basically that is doing all the stuff. It opens up a WebSocket and then sends the data to the server and then retrieves it and so on and so forth. And it also displays it to the terminal over here. But the thing is that I want to retrieve the text within the code. Okay, how do I do that? So that's the issue that we're going to solve in this video. And we're going to be doing that by modifying the source code, which is why we clone the repo instead of installing it as a package. Okay, so that we can modify the code. So let's do that. Now, what I'm going to do is first define a callback. We're going to use a callback to do this. Okay, and that's pretty much it for now. So I'm gonna pass the callback in here and we'll slowly progress through this. Relax, watch. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, just like control, if you're on PyCharm, you can like control and then click on the definition of the class and they'll take you inside. So I'm gonna first define a parameter here called callback. Okay. And what's the problem? Oh, right, sorry. There we go. Now, here is where we want to pass it. So we'll do callback is equal to callback over here. And it's going to give us this warning because we need to go here now in this class, the client class, and then define the callback over here. So it's going to stop complaining now over here. See? Where'd it go? Oh, we're still in the client class. So here in transcription, it's going to stop complaining about that now. So we go here now back into client. And where are we going to be using this, you might ask? Where are we going to be using this callback? We'll get to that. First, just save it over here as a class variable, basically. Okay, now we can use it in the various functions around the class. This is the class that we want to use it in, by the way. Well, by the way, here's the WebSocket, which it creates. What we're interested in is this one, on message. No, sorry, wrong one. This one's useful as well, but for other stuff. Oh wait, am I wrong though? Is the process segment? Ah, yes. Actually, we're interested in this function right here, which is called within onMessage. This function over here is responsible for logging the transcription. This is the code, by the way, which does the segmenting part. Like it checks to see whether the sentence is completed or not, and various things. You guys can take a look at this in your own time if you want to. But the interesting part here that I want to show you is to basically comment this out. We don't want to log the transcription. What we're instead going to do is call this callback. Okay, so what we're going to do is return two things. Let's return the transcript, and let's also return the last segment. Okay, the last segment. I'm going to go back here into our client code, and there'll be two things that it receives. It'll receive the transcript, and it'll receive the current text as well, the current text in the buffer that's being transcribed, and the sentence hasn't completed yet. So let's just print out the text for now. Okay, I'm going to run this code, run the client code. And by the way, so this is where you see the text being printed out over here. Okay, this is our code. This is the last segment, basically. And as you can see that as sentences get completed, as segments get completed, segment is the word that this framework uses. So it removes them from the buffer. and then like, you know, adds the incoming audio data into it. Now, we can also print out the transcript, which should contain all the text that has been currently generated so far. You can do that if you want to. The point of my video kind of ends over here. I will show you some more things, so hang in there. But this is the main thing I wanted to show you, how to retrieve the text. Now you can do whatever you want. I'll just show you one or two things. There are some parameters here. I can't recall where it is exactly. It's gonna be somewhere. This is everything in here, by the way. All the code for this framework, it's all in here. I think it's gonna be in here in transcriber. Yeah. No, not this one. Here we are. This is the transcribe call. The transcribe call, this is like this, basically the most important function in this code. Wait, we're in the batched inference pipeline. No, I don't want to go in here. I want to go in the other one. Yeah, here we are. In the whisper model class, the transcribe call. So here you can adjust things like the beam size. For those of you who are on lower specs and you want to squeeze out some extra performance, what you can do is actually tweak the beam size to 1 or 3. Beam size is basically, well, kind of, I'll give you the short explanation. What it does is that it's a branching strategy that's followed when it's transcribing text. Every LLM does this. So it generates different possibilities, different words, 5 different words with different probabilities of how likely they are, and then it follows those branches, and then things happen. So a beam size of 5 is the general value that is kept, but the beam size of 1 is also an option that you can consider if you need performance, because then it only generates one branching path, and it does cause a slight hit to their accuracy. I've tested it at 1, and it's not significantly worse or anything, just a little bit. You won't notice it in most cases probably, but it does improve performance by like 30-40%. So it's going to help you if you have lower end hardware. The rest of these values you guys can tweak if you want to as well. You can look these up individually as to what they are. They're very standard LLM type settings. Okay, so there's not much more to discuss. I hope you guys found this video interesting. There's a lot more that I could potentially discuss, like Docker, how to Dockerize this and everything. If you guys are interested in that, let me know and I'll make a video on that. Let me know in the comment section below. Do subscribe. All right, see you guys in the next video.